We're with the driver E.C. Wilson of Kid. So, how long you been with the team?
About a year and a half. It'll be 2 years in August.
And you've been operating the Kid for a little while, but I know you drove identity theft.
Yeah, I started out driving identity theft, and the other driver of the Kid had to go do some other stuff, and so I ended up filling up his spot in this truck because it's a little harder to drive, and at the time I was one of the only ones that would want to drive it and had enough kind of experience to drive it because it's a shorter wheelbase truck, so it's a little harder to drive and handle.
Okay, what's hard about operating a short wheelbase truck?
It's just a little bit harder to handle and control. I mean, it also has its advantages and stuff too, like it turns sharper and everything, but you also have to be a lot more on the brakes and stuff like that when you're jumping, because the trucks don't like the short wheelbase trucks don't level out quite the same as the long wheelbase trucks. So you gotta always constantly be ready to hit the brakes, so bring the front end down and level out, versus the longer wheelbase trucks, they kind of tend to more level themselves out when they jump, versus the shorter ones where you gotta actually make them level themselves out.
As far as the short wheelbase trucks, is it fit your style, or I mean, would you rather drive a longer wheelbase?
I like driving them both, but the shorter wheelbase is it's a little harder to drive, but I like it because it's more of a challenge. You just kind of have to get used to it a little more, but I think they're a lot more fun to drive once you get the hang of it and everything like that.
And what's the best part of being on this team or being a monster truck driver with Straight Up Racing?
Just being part of the team would probably have to be like the best part. I mean, we have a great group of guys. They become more like friends and family than anything. But traveling around with them, seeing all these cool places and going to all these cool towns, it's a lot of fun. So that's probably one of the best parts. And then driving the trucks is just fun too. I mean, not everyone gets to do it. It's, you know, kind of like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
And you mind as far as going to farther away shows, or you like staying locally for the most part so you get home?
It's nice being closer to home, so you can actually, you know, get the chance to go home for a few days and see some family and friends and stuff like that. But it's also nice to get farther away so you can check out more places and different towns and states that you normally wouldn't get to go see because they're usually far away, and when, you know, people are working or, you know, stuff like that at home, you don't get as much opportunity to travel further away. So they both have their ups and downs, I guess.
As far as the weather, I remember last week the weather in Walla Walla was muddy and it rained right before the show. I know the truck, the front wheel tires is not deep cleated. Were you having some issues with the mud?
Yeah, in Walla Walla, it was definitely a big mud pit, and with these tires, they don't like to turn, so it just pushes the front end around a lot, so it's hard to get lined up and get the turning down and everything like that, especially in like a smaller arena. It pushes the front end around a lot in the mud because it doesn't have the full cleats on it like some of the other trucks. So it was definitely a bit of a struggle.
Okay, thank you, Easy, and I wish you the best for the show.
All right, thank you, sir.